And welcome, TVOSJ.org, the voice of San Joaquin, right here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California. Love it. The Miracle Mile. You're not going to believe this, but I have my guests in-house already, and we're ready to do an interview, and it's the Ballet Folklorico de Frank Zapata. I have the whole gang, well, not the whole gang, but some of the members here, which I'm happy to have. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and I want you guys to give a little bit a history, talk a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with the dance troupe, and, just your age and school you go to and all that good stuff. So welcome to the Voice of San Joaquin, right here off the Miracle Mile, like I said, in Stockton, California. ¿Cómo están?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now, who would like to start? Would Abraham would like to start, who is
Sure.
the young director? I got to say the young director because I think that's so cool. So tell me when you started and, just your experience being in the dance troupe.
So I started actually dancing when I was 9 years old. I started in Tracy, California, where I live now. And then I found, Frank's group, the Ballet Folklorico de Frank Zapata. And, I was there for 5 years, and I learned a lot there.
How did you find him? Where did you actually see him? Did you see him perform?
No. My mom, actually, she always wanted to dance as when she was a little girl.
Oh.
And she just never could have, so she wanted, her kids to dance too, So she started to search up and, for groups around the area. And that's when she found Frank's group. And
that is wonderful.
Yeah.
So it was your mom that actually got you interested.
Yeah.
By her pursuing him. That is so
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Now we go way back, and I'm talking way back. I'm talking 70s, because back then I used to do a radio station at the University of Pacific. And I remember we had a radio program. It was community radio for the people, for the community, and we always promoted Frank Zapata.
Oh, cool.
Back
Nice.
then, and I remember him. So we grew up together, and I thought, this is so beautiful because I've been doing radio for so long that it's good to see my friends do what they love to do and influence the community. And not only that, but I'm not sure how many years. Are we talking 30 years together already? 40 years.
Wow.
So Frank Zapata is here too, but I know he's going to let his students speak first, but eventually I'm going to, pull him in here so he can also give his side of it. But that's the part that I hold dear to my heart, because I grew up with so many individuals in this area that are making a difference in kids' lives. And I've seen so many dancers, from itty bitty to flourishing, and now, graduating and going forward, and just watching them perform is just so beautiful. What is it that you get out of dancing?
Me, honestly, what I get out of dancing and performing, I think it's really therapeutic for me, to be honest. I think, just dancing and creating dances and showing kids, what our Mexican culture is about, really, that's what I really get out of it. I really care about, all my students and, everybody who's involved in the group and stuff, So I just want to pass that down, to younger generations, that are coming now. So it never dies down, so our Mexican culture never dies down.
That is so important to me.
Mm-hmm.
It is so imperative. So, to hear you say that just makes me happy.
Thank you.
That's great. Wonderful. Because the more that I hear our kids losing the cultura or losing the language, it gets me.
Yeah.
And so that's why there's an event that I promote every single year. As a matter of fact, the dancers came out and performed, and that's a Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion. It is going to be the 6th next year, so I'm hoping that we get the dancers back again to perform.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to work out on something too that involves the fashion show as well, and so this year was the first time that we actually did that with the dancers, and I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it. So to hear you say that, to keep the cultura, keep tradition alive, means the world to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it means the world to everybody else out there that
for sure.
cares enough to want to continue the tradition. So tell me about some of the dancers, some of the dances that you guys are going to do
for
Dia de los Muertos.
So for Dia de los Muertos, we have a lot of dances that we're going to be bringing out, and showing everybody. Some of the dances that that we're going to be doing, they tell a story,
Okay.
For example, for La Llorona,
Yes.
So instead of just like going out there and dancing to the song, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell the story of La Llorona, of the mythical a story that
So
know
it's
that
gonna be
everybody
like,
knows basically.
Like teatro too, right?
Exactly, yeah.
I
Mhm.
love that. I love that. Okay, Jose, tell me about what you think about that.
I think it's amazing. Like I think I've been dancing for just like a couple years, but like Abraham said, it's all about keeping our history and our traditions alive and stuff like that. And for me, it's an honor to be able to show it through dance. I mean, we
Okay.
hear stories, we hear all this stuff, but the fact that we're able to, I mean, we didn't grow up in Mexico like our parents or our grandparents did, but to them to be able to see that we are keeping their history alive, their traditions.
The raíces,
Yeah,
the
from,
roots
like, yeah,
alive.
and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you make them very proud.
Yeah, I know, my grandfather before he passed away, he was able to see me for the first time, and the face that he
Aw.
had was like just wonderful for me. It's like he would tell me,
Aw,
oh, when
that
I was
touches
in
the heart.
Mexico, I did this and stuff like that. Yeah, so
That is
it's
so
it's
cool.
amazing to me keeping that through dance.
Wonderful. 2
Yeah.
years, right?
I've been dancing for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite song or why? And step.
I like I'm from Michoacan, so I like those. I like sonajas and like those things, but I really like the fast paced like chihuahuas and polkas, stuff like that.
Polkas también?
Yeah, those are
Cool.
pretty fun. I might not be the best at them, but at least I get out there and I try. Kind of just that's all we could do is just try and learn and all that stuff. and-
Eventually, you will get it, and
Yeah.
you will really enjoy it once
Yeah.
once everything is so natural. You already know
Yeah.
what you're gonna do. So, okay. And so, who do we have over here behind?
Hi.
Hi. Why don't you give me your experience as a dancer? Now, you've been with them for about a year. Go ahead and give me your name.
I'm Kimberly Lira. I'm in 6th grade, and
Okay.
I've been to Frank Zapata for a year.
Okay.
And my experience is wonderful. I mean, all the people there are wonderful. They're kind. They're sweet. And
Are they patient, Kimberly? Are they patient? Or do you slap them around every now and then? To have dancers that you look at as a brother and sister. That's so sweet because that's another familia.
Yeah,
That's
for
another
sure.
family that you have right there that you can lean on, you could step on. Whenever you want, guidance, they're there to give it to you, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite song that you like to
My
dance?
favorite song right now is La Llorona that we're gonna do for Dia de los Muertos.
Okay, what's the position you're playing, or who's the character?
The
who-
character I'm
Yes,
I'm
that you're going
dancing
to. Yes.
is back dancers, basically.
Okay.
And we're just gonna do a little dance.
And what are you dressed as?
I still don't know.
So
¿Va
basically,
a parecer como la Llorona,
No,
or
no,
is she going to be a
so-
little ghost, a spirit, or
so
what?
basically, the Llorona, she's gonna be the main one,
Okay.
and she's the main one that's gonna be doing the whole dance basically,
Okay.
And then basically the rest of them, they're basically like the Lloronas. I don't know how to call it. Basically, they're
Is it the children?
background,
Because
Yeah,
I
their
know she
background.
lost, I think 2 or 3
Yeah.
children.
exactly. So that's what
right?
we're gonna be telling the story about, pretty much. About there's actually gonna be 2 kids that are gonna be playing the kids that drowned in the
Yes.
story. So pretty much, I don't want to go into too detail, so so I
Aw.
won't give it away. But
Is that
pretty
because
much it's
Frank-
gonna but
You
pretty
better not.
much it's going to be telling the story of La Llorona and how she drowned her kids and all that basically through dance. Mhm.
Okay, so who's going to be singing? Who's going to be singing the Llorona? Is that something that you guys are going to pull off too? I mean, is that-
No. So we do have a singer. Her name is
Okay.
Gabriela Sepulveda, and
okay.
she's a really
Local?
good singer.
She
Yeah,
local or is
she
she-
actually lives in San Jose, I think, right now at the moment. But
she's not part of the dance troupe.
No. She's not part of the dance troupe, but she's going to
Okay.
be performing there for the show and singing some songs for us.
Wonderful.
Actually, one song that she's going to sing is going to be La Llorona. So that's going to be really nice to to
Yes.
hear and stuff.
That's going to be neat. Looking forward to that. So let's pull Frank in here. Frank, come on in here, and let's see if you can sit or go in between the 2 male dancers, Jose and Abraham, and that way we could share the mic and make sure that we can hear you clearly. But welcome to the Voice of San Joaquin, Frank. And I know we've been through a lot for the past years, and I'm just elated to be able to continue to promote you and just meet your dancers one by one.
There's about 40 of them, so.
Yes. Oh, okay. Last time when they were at our event to perform, I couldn't stop myself. I had to hug them all, as many as I could grab and just hug. They looked at me like, who is she and why is she hugging me? It's just such a proud moment to feel and experience at that particular time, because I've watched these dancers grow up from 5 years old to now teenagers and get ready to graduate. No, it touches the heart. Touches the heart. So your experience about your dancers today.
Today, just going back with the ones we have now, the talent that we have right now, with a lot of the younger dancers like Kimberly and all that, and Jose coming around. Like I said, a lot of them are just the dedication that they have right now. That's really is what impresses me. Abraham and Brian are the artistic directors, and they're very strict, and they've brought the level of dance up so much right now that I'm very impressed by it. So the kids that come in are very dedicated, and I just love that, because the kids are just they're saying, we want to be here, Frank, we want to dance. And that's what I see most out of the kids now coming up. They really want to dance. They really want to be here. And for the show, you're going to see it with the liveliness.
Yes.
The dances that I have seen, Chihuahua and all the dances, you got to see Jose, Ryan, they're and Kimberly. You should see them. When he says he likes fast dances, you're going to keep an eye on this. He is very good. They're very good. Very dedicated. Very
tell
dedicated.
the audience, please don't blink. Don't blink, because you'll miss them. That's so cool. So let's talk about the date. Let's talk about when the performance is going to be, where at, and all the good stuff, the phone number, information that the community needs to know, so that way they can come on out and watch Dia de los Muertos.
So, Dia de los Muertos is going to be over November the 1st at San Joaquin Delta College.
Delta
from
College?
7 to 9. And for the tickets, you can go to the Delta College box office.
Okay, and it's going to be at the Atherton? Is it Atherton Auditorium?
Yes.
Is that where it's going to take place? Okay, good. Is there a number where people can call for information on the tickets?
Well, the number is the Delta College box office.
Okay.
That they have.
Usually it is posted on the poster. I do have the poster so the
Yeah,
community
it's on
can
there.
see it. It just doesn't last that long. I'm hoping that they'll be able to get it. And if not, I'll be able
Screenshot.
to read it out and let the community know. And not only that, but I already started giving out tickets yesterday. And I thought, you know what, this is so cool, because I tell everybody on Facebook, you know what, pay attention, because I'm going to be posting up some questions in regards to Ballet de Frank Zapata. Ballet Folklorico. So what are some of the questions that I could make? Give me an idea.
About the show? Or no?
Yes, about the show.
Well-
Okay, so we already talked about La Llorona. We already said, why she cries. What's another one? Well, you know what? That might not be
Well, I'm
a
looking
bad
at-
idea, because people are watching, and if they are watching and they caught that, they'll know the answer. So that's one. What's another question that maybe we can ask? Give me an idea, guys.
It could be how long the group's been existent. That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
one.
true, true.
This is our 40th anniversary.
Okay,
The big
4-0.
4-0.
Did you hear that, community? 4-0.
40th anniversary.
4-0.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do for the anniversary? 40 years is a long time.
Well, we're working on it right now.
Okay, let me know, because I'd like to be part of that
definitely
too and help you guys out, definitely.
Thank you.
But yeah, 40 years is a long time. Congratulations. I got to give you a hand. Let's give them a hand. Woo-hoo! And all you guys too. That is so awesome. 40 years. Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, going back to the 70s.
Yes.
Well, I'm a KUOP.
I actually started in 78,
Yeah.
1970. Oh, I just gave my... That's okay. That's okay. I try not to think about it, so that way I still have a young mind, young heart. But that's a long time, and I recall with Mario Hernandez promoting you and promoting also Latin Magic back then. They were still together, and not only that, but the Torreses también. Mike Torres band. 40 years. They've been together 40 years.
Wow.
The same. Yeah. So I feel like I've been watching the familias grow,
Yeah, that's cool.
become successful, and then watching their children now become successful also in the arts. And that's beautiful to see. I'm one that can say that, because
Yeah.
I've lived it,
Mhm.
I've actually seen it, and I've actually had them in here, and we've been talking about how many years they've been at it, and that's total devotion. It's something that you have in you that you can do, because it's a passion, and you do it with such love and happiness
Yeah.
that it doesn't even feel like work,
Like,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like work. And Frank, do you agree? He's
Well, it's just a
really thinking about it.
yeah, exactly. You have to have that passion,
Mm.
you know. And I think a lot of people, a lot of the dancers, like I said, I've seen, they have that to carry it on. Because even now I see like Abraham, you know, Jose, Kimberly. When you see them dance, you see it.
It just comes out.
It comes out.
And
You can tell
people
you-
feel it. Do you know at our event, a lot of individuals came forth and said the performance was awesome. Every performance, all the bands. And because of that, they committed to come back next year.
Oh, nice.
That
that's
they
nice.
said,
That's nice.
because of that, we're returning next year. We look
Oh, wow,
forward to
great.
next year's
Looking forward to it.
performances.
Yeah.
And when they said that, it just hits you because,
Yeah.
you know, if they're taking the time to tell you
Mhm.
how much they enjoyed it and why,
Yeah, true.
I mean, they even felt like a family right there. They
Mhm.
had no fear. They felt very comfortable. And you do know this was around the time that the shooting was taking place all over
Yeah.
Gilroy
Mhm.
and Texas, too. And so a lot of people were afraid to come out.
Yeah.
And I kept telling them, you know, please come on out because we have plenty of security. It's secure. It's safe. No worries. Just come on out and enjoy yourself. And I did get some of the girls to come out, but they were so scared. They were feeling a lot of fear.
Mhm.
And but I talked them out. I'm glad I did because they managed to come on out and enjoy themselves after after they thought, you know,
That's
something
good. That's good.
negative might happen. But we got to continue.
Mhm.
We got to continue
Yeah.
doing our arts. We got to continue living. We can't live in fear.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, Frank?
Right.
And just keep going forward because that's what we're here to do.
Mhm.
We only live one life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's make that one
Enjoy
life.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's how you also you show them that you're not afraid.
Yeah,
By you
exactly.
living stuff that if you keep hiding, then they're winning pretty much. You gotta have to get out there and show them that that's not gonna stop you. Keep
Mhm.
it up.
That's right. And that's what's going to make you guys all successful. You already are. You already are in my heart.
Thank you.
That is so cool. So what else can we look forward to? La Llorona.
I think you guys could. I mean, honestly, the whole show is just gonna be amazing. You know, we're also doing a lot of regions from songs from Guerrero.
Mhm.
Michoacán, like he said. Sinaloa, Nayarit.
Nayarit también.
Yeah, Nayarit. Nayarit is the
Wow.
one with the machetes.
Yeah,
And,
talk about-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we're also gonna do.
Back up. Are they real machetes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's why they make the
We have
awesome,
the bruises
awesome
to prove it.
sound.
Yeah.
The metal hitting. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be really good at that,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else can we look forward to? What's another song?
We're also gonna do a song called Penultimo Beso, and that's gonna be also like a more theatrical kind of like storytelling type of piece.
Mm-hmm.
That one's actually about a husband and a wife. Basically, the husband, he's sick, he's dying, and he actually passes away. And
Mhm.
So pretty much, just like the whole story is about her. She's really sad and stuff. And they end up going to the grave together. And it's just like a love story.
So she follows her husband?
yeah.
No.
Mhm. Yeah, but
El último
it's just
beso.
el,
Okay.
el penúltimo beso. Penúltimo.
¿Qué quiere decir?
Penúltimo.
Como último.
Yeah,
Otra
yeah.
palabra como último. Okay, the last.
Yeah, último beso, basically.
So
The last
song.
kiss.
Last kiss.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be.
I'm gonna have to take my hanky with
There you
me.
go.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else?
Um,
Are they giving away too much,
Hmm?
Frank?
No, they ain't giving away. No, they're doing great.
I think the costumes too. You'll see how the diversity or the different costumes and how they are in all the culture in the different states of Mexico.
Yes.
How Michoacán is different from Jalisco and all that stuff. So for those of you who don't know or not sure, oh, that looks like this. Oh, this is this, and it'll be good for you to learn from there.
Yes.
And then the different the dresses the girls wear, the guys, and all that stuff too, and everything. So
Wonderful. All
Really cool.
original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, we're also gonna do other song called La Música, and that's gonna be
The music?
Yeah, the music, and that one's about pretty much all the different countries coming together. I mean not countries. A different states. Mexico coming together. And pretty much all in one song. And that's gonna represent all the people who have passed on. In those different states, like in Sinaloa, for all the people that passed away in Sinaloa, for all the people that passed away in
Okay.
Guerrero,
Okay.
Jalisco, Michoacan, all that basically.
So are you guys going to plan on having an altar?
Yeah,
Because
we're
the
gonna have an
altar
altar,
is
yeah.
really
They have a
important.
plan.
Yeah.
More and more people now are understanding exactly why we celebrate the way we celebrate, and it's we're remembering our loved ones that
Yep.
we lost, and because we use a calavera a lot.
Yeah.
People get offended or like, oh, they don't know, they think it's evil. So no, we're remembering our loved ones.
Exactly,
That's our way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And now more and more people are coming on board. Dia de los Muertos has become very, very popular.
Very
now.
popular, yeah.
And more people are curious to find out. So we're having different nationalities come in and check us out.
I
Yeah.
I think it's cool too because with that, since there's more of a knowledge about it, other cultures, people that I know of have told, oh, you guys do it this way, or in my culture we do it this way. So you get to experience how something that we thought was just us, it's not. It's like other cultures do it differently and in other shows and stuff like that.
So when you say other cultures, ¿cuál otra cultura are you talking about? Because I'm curious.
I know like the Native Americans, how they do, how they honor their dead, how like Egyptians used to do all that and the mummifying and all that stuff. So it's just different things people ask me because I know personally I'm very big into Sugar School, Dia de los Muertos. I always have been. To me, it's not about the dead; it's about honoring, how you said. And
Honoring
people
your
ask
families.
people ask me why, and I tell them like, oh, it's kind of how we do this here and stuff like that. And to me, it's an honor that I'm able to tell them how I do it, and they're like, oh, I'm not too sure, and they'll go home and they'll ask their parents or they'll research. Oh, in our culture we do this and stuff like that. So
It's so
pretty-
cool
yeah.
when the diferentes culturas come together and share.
And share,
And
yeah.
share, and then once they share, then they can entwine and
Yep.
create something so
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
intermixed, which
Yeah.
I think is wonderful. So,
Yeah.
did you want to say something, Kimberly?
Okay.
Did you want to share something about Dia de los Muertos? I mean,
Oh.
that part to me, it's big because I lost my daddy back in was 96, and he still lives in me because I do what I do because of him too. Daddy would love to get up there with the mariachi and sing with his gorro, and oh my goodness, everybody felt his corazón. It was always traditional music that he sang.
Yeah.
And there was one time when he actually wrote three songs, and I'm trying to get my mom to find them so I can play them on the radio now. But it hits my heart because this is a time I remember my father a lot. And the altar is something that we can do to represent, our
Exactly,
life
yeah.
with him and everything, all that he did in the community. He was quite the helper, and today, people will call him La Leyenda for a reason, and that's because he always gave people a second chance
good.
in work, in agriculture. Daddy was the type of man that would give you his shirt off his back. Bien conocido.
Yeah.
Chava Salvador Ramirez in this area. And so I always remember Daddy, and I'm thinking, I got to do an altar for Daddy.
Yeah,
I got to
that'd be
do
nice.
that. And someday I am going to do it because, like I said, that's a time to remember our loved ones. And I remember him all the time. And Yes.
So I have a suggestion,
Yes.
So in the altar, what we have planned also is we have planned for everybody to bring, a picture of their loved ones,
There you go.
and put it on the altar, so if you would want to, you could, share a picture of your dad with Frank, and we could actually put his picture on the altar too,
Oh,
so that
that
we
would
could
be
perform for him
super.
too, Yeah, that'd be cool.
I got just a picture.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Yes, we could do that. I look
Cool,
forward
cool.
to doing that. Yes, definitely. Kimberly, would you like to add something?
I just want to say that Dia de los Muertos, the true meaning is that to remember your loved ones and the ones who passed away. And I'm so sorry for your dad.
Yeah, he was a great man, and he still is in my heart, and he will always be. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I'm a lot like my father, a lot like him. Yeah. Give me that mic, I'm happy. And that was Daddy. That was Daddy. But, I'm able to do this for you guys, too, because this is a community radio
Thank you,
station.
thank you.
It's not about me. It's about me being that bridge and helping you guys get over, and maybe getting a taste of, communications like radio, like right now.
Yeah.
TV. This is something that you guys could do in your future. Maybe have a second major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will always
Cool.
have a home here. You
Thank
guys
you,
are
thank
part
you
of
so
the
much.
familia here,
Appreciate
the
it.
Voice of San Joaquin. Always remember that.
Thank you.
We are community inspired, member supported, and volunteer powered. We are the Voice of San Joaquin, and now that FCC is going to make it possible to give us 2 sister stations, we're going to have
Yeah.
3 stations, and
That's
this
good.
is going to be the hub. That's going to be headquarters.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Tracy's coming, and then
Yeah.
Lore's next.
Oh, nice.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
That's where I work at.
Yeah. And like I was telling you earlier, if it wasn't for all social media, oh my goodness, 200,000 listeners today. And I'm sure the number is climbing.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
using all social media, which is great. You
Yeah,
guys know all social
Yeah.
media, so you know how that goes. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, Snapchat.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, YouTube, Facebook. And we're just happy, and I'm glad that we were able to at least pull that off. Now that we're going to go live, we're going to be able to, you guys going to be able to tune in on the radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Cool.
we're going radio live,
There you go.
FCC, and so I'm excited about that. I don't have my new numbers, but I'll be plugging them up later
Yeah.
on. So let's put the information out one more time, so that way the community knows exactly when this event's going to take place, what time and location.
So the Dia de los Muertos will be taking place November 1st. That's a Friday. So it's at the San Joaquin Delta College, Warren Atherton Auditorium. And the address is 5151 Pacific Avenue, Stockton, California, 95207. The show does start at 7 p.m. And like Frank said, you could get your tickets at Delta College box office, or you could call the number 219-954-5110.
Okay, any shout outs and acknowledgments out there that you would like to do right now? Go ahead.
I would just like to shout out my mom. For putting me into Folklorico.
Gracias, madrecita.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Thanks, Mom.
Un besito. Oh, that's so cool.
And I just like, to just shout out everybody who's in the group right now, who supports everything that I do, that we do, so pretty much everybody in the group, that's there, and they're working really hard. They're working really hard to give a good show for everybody, So I really respect that from everybody. And I would also like
Shout
to
out.
thank Frank as well, Frank, for giving us the opportunity to, become the artistic directors, me and my brother, Brian Rico. So, so pretty much, everybody.
That is so
Yeah.
cool. Next, who do you like to give it thanks to?
I like to give thanks to Ballet for Folklorico for making my life change. It's life-changing experience.
Wonderful. So do you look forward in Dia de los Muertos?
I do.
I'm going to be looking for you. All right.
I would just like to, I shout out to my family for always introducing me to dance and doing that. And also I would like to tell anybody who's interested in dancing, or even who hasn't even seen it or don't know about it, to come down to the show, check it out, and if it's something you like, come out and go to one of our practices, and figure and see how we're not just a group. It's like you said earlier, it's a family.
It's a familia.
That we always hang out. We hang out after practice. Sometimes we'll do stuff afterwards. I know Abraham and Brian and his family always invites us over and does stuff. So it's kind of like it's a good community, and it's good instead of having parents who feel, oh, your kids are always in the streets or doing stuff, showing someone else a different view of it and coming here. So if you're thinking about it, not sure about it, or if you want to check it out, come to the show, see what it's about, and who knows, you might be joining our family soon.
That is wonderful. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
That's so important. Now, a lot of times males feel like there isn't a place for them in dance. There's
Exactly.
always more women. And I say, you know what? No, we need more male dancers. Get out there and, express yourself in those moves and those dances, especially tradition and cultura. And that's something that they're going to learn. And once they see you guys perform, les das ánimo. And I think that is so cool. So I applaud you guys. I applaud you. That is so awesome. So if you are thinking about, joining or looking for organization to be part of, this is it. This is it. Put out your contact info so that way if anybody has any questions.
So
they can
the studio
ask.
is actually in Stockton. So it's
Yes.
the address is 4142 Coronado Avenue. And our practice days, we have of all ages pretty much, so Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is for our first and second company.
Okay.
7:30 to 9:30 Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then Frank teaches the infantil group on Wednesdays, right?
Yes.
Oh, tell me
Yeah.
about the infantil group, Frank.
Infantil, they practice.
Uh-huh.
They practice from 6 to 7:30, And let me tell you, we've got some rising stars coming.
Oh,
up. Kids.
I
Now, I got
want
about
to
8
hear.
of them that are very opinionated. Let me tell you, they're the cutest little things. I'll tell you that right now. And when you see them at this
Con
show,
ánimo.
people are, I tell you right now, they're gonna hold their own. They're so cute.
Awesome. That's so cool to hear. So what's the youngest dancer you have right now?
6. She's
6 years old.
And then I have some that are 6, and I have certain ones that are going on 18.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 16 going on 18.
16 going on 18.
Yeah,
So,
she's only,
okay.
I have a couple of girls that are only like 8 years old, but they're
Pull
going on
those
18.
reins.
I got those reins in. We got about 8 of them, and they're so cute. Yeah, they go between the ages of 6 to 9. 6 to 9.
6 to 9. Good to know. Okay. Who would you like to give a shout out to, Frank?
To all the parents
There you go.
and
Por
the
los
group,
parientes.
all the
Gracias.
parents, to the community, to you, Betty, for doing this for us.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you
sure.
so
Always
much.
will
so
be
much.
here for you.
This is beautiful. Thank you so
This
much.
is your radio.
Getting the word out, but for the support of the parents and
Yes.
the community that's going to be there. We hope
Yes.
they'll all be there.
Definitely. We need the community out there. So one more time, put out that contact information so that way if they are looking to buy boletos early, we have that number. Is there a number right there, Kimberly? Do you see the
yeah.
number? No? Okay. I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
it's
see
right
it?
there.
Go ahead and read it out because this is for tickets, ticket
Um,
information.
It's 209-954-5110.
Okay, one more time.
209-954-5110.
Okay, and that's the box office for the San Joaquin Delta College. And it's going to take place at the Atherton Auditorium, right?
Yeah, at the turn.
And give me the date again.
November 1st
November 1st.
at 7
It's a
p.m.
Friday.
And is that's a Friday.
Friday.
I was going to
yeah.
say, is that a Saturday?
Yeah, no, it's
It is a
Friday.
Friday, un viernes. So that's wonderful. Okay, so now people know where you can actually
And it's a family,
call for tickets.
it's a family thing, so I don't feel like it's leave the kids at home, bring them too, so they could see and everything.
Oh, definitely,
like that.
definitely.
Also for
That way
the
they don't-
adults, it's $20. Seniors, 65 years and older, $10, and then students with IDs, $8, and
Okay,
then
so
children
they get like a little discount,
Mhm.
right?
$8,
So,
yeah.
well, there you go. That's good to know. All right, so this is something that I'm looking forward to. I'm going to come out there with my camera. I'm going to come out there with my little phone and interview people.
There you
I'm
Sounds
also
good.
going to record
There you
too.
go.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank
making
you.
today special.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last words about Dia de los Muertos?
Get your tickets soon
Because
because
they're gonna
hopefully
run out, right?
they're going to run out. So please get them as soon as you can.
All right. Well, you heard it right here, the voice of San Joaquin. This is Betty Ramirez with Sabor Latino. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do appreciate you in a big way. I shall see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, your community radio. TVOSJ.org.